And well, of course, Anivia is a surprise and something new from Fnatic. Everything else is so standard. It's always a tank top from Source with when Gragas, Galio, or Shen are available. He's going for Gragas in this one. Kennen, of course, for Reckless. So it is the 1-3-1 setup we see so often with just Anivia as the wave clear mid. Reckless in one side lane, Source in the other one.
Also, to touch on the point that Doublelift was bringing up about throwing a curveball at TSM and them usually collapsing, Bjergsen now comes from North America, where he's been training against his fellow North American mid laner Froggen, who plays quite a bit of Anivia in solo queue still, even though he hasn't pulled it out in the LCS, because he doesn't feel the champion is quite strong right now. But he still, does tend to play it in solo queue every now and then. Yeah,
and whenever you have Syndra, you don't really feel too bad about your matchup, almost no matter what you're facing. So Bjergsen is probably going to be fine in the mid lane. It's more the combination of roams and ganks with Anivia wall against something like Syndra, because you can force a flash and then return ganker fairly easily if you get some help around you.
Yeah, I don't feel like this
is caps in the mid lane.
No flash still from Hansa, remember.
Kick on the Baroxa, so as moving forward, the dismount comes out, they chain the CC flawlessly, and that's going to be first blood coming in for Fnatic. This is a much better
minion wave manipulation there. Got it. Is going to be able to earn them a little bit of gold back. Hansa going aggressive.
Someone's just backing off for now, waiting for that joust cooldown before he goes forward. Vicious Strikes comes in. That's going to be the charge going forward. So has no options left to escape, but the cask going to keep Hanser at bay. He is unconcerned. Going to try to dive the tower. Dismounts. The body slam comes forward. So as walk away. That was here. Ghost now coming out for Bjergsen. He's throwing down a little bit of damage, but Reckless is here as well. It's a party in the mid lane. One more Dark Sphere could do it. Bjergsen's not going to get the chance. Just a quick smack on the ground and a death for Bjergsen.
It's just how patient he is with his summoner spells and his cooldowns. And now Hansa getting punished again.
Not patient whatsoever. Just the leap forward, keeping it going with the Sonic Wave. Another kill for Baroxa.
That is a bit of a
Havoc does balance out with the Ocean Drake to a certain degree. And now TSM, they're setting their sights on the mid lane, but Anivia may not have been a powerhouse in the early game, and she may be in trouble again. Bjergsen leaping forward. Baroxa going to try to do what he can, but no follow-up available. That's the pick for TSM. Suddenly, Baroxa's kicking it back to the team. Doublelift getting knocked up. Jez is moving forward. It is an all-out bloodbath, but Doublelift strikes back. Suddenly, the cask is in. Reckless on the way forward as well. Flashing. That's the slicing maelstrom. Fnatic are starting to tear TSM apart, and they have bit off more than they can chew because Fnatic are unrelenting.
It's 2 for 2 in the end, though. We see the bottom lane here from you.
All right, Rift Herald, will it be contested? TSM do have vision.
Doublelift arrow up and available. Now Soaz looking for the disengage, just trying to make sure his team can keep this one locked down, but in comes the charge. Soaz going to beat the body block. Fnatic are starting to back off, but there goes the arrow, and it's going to connect onto Soaz. The stun going in, looking for the disengage coming out from Jez. Soaz going to drop. Meanwhile, Brox on the backside just has to flash out, and that Rift Herald Eye cannot get picked up.
Exactly. He killed it, so he doesn't have to pick it up. He denies it from TSM. It does stay there a long time, though, so...
They have lands and they might...
Yeah, he's in base, losing multiple turrets.
Yeah, all this Rift Herald stuff here actually meant that TSM suddenly were not sitting and playing with this Syndra versus Anivia and the Ashe and Braum against the Kennen. They actually moved all top lane. That means Fnatic now, with the split push, can get the bottom lane tower and something mid lane.
Ironic there. Don't get the Rift Herald, do get the turret anyway, and they actually might get multiple. Soaz gets stunned up, though.
TSM trying to fire back. Soaz just going to get deleted. That's the kill over to Doublelift, but meanwhile, Fnatic just playing the map.
And make sure it's always TSM's dual lane, getting the first push into then playing around caps.
Oh, Sven is really in a dangerous spot.
Moving forward, one auto going to connect, guaranteed stun if Reckless flashes forward. He's going to do so. Now moving for a little bit more. Sven Scarin gonna get taken down. That's a pick for Fnatic.
Half the team is in base, half the team is recalling. Sven is invading on the red buff, and Fnatic pick him off with
starts. And again, we're really looking at Doublelift to set up the fights here. But first, we're looking bot lane.
Soaz buying a little bit of time, trying to get the cast to knock 2 away, but can't quite get the positioning right. Now running for his life. Joust back through the Vicious Strikes. The flash over the wall. Going up, coming down. Baroxa on the way in. The kick back, looking for the turn.
Damn, boy!
Slammed against the wall there. Baroxa slips in. Did flash there from Caps, as he said, was blown. Biofrost, though, gets hooked.
Unbreakable, going to buy him a bit of time, but may not be enough. Caps stunned up on the side. He has no flash, but no chance for Biofrost to make it out of this one. Caps popping the Banshee's Veil. Fnatic looking for another engage. Baroxa running forward. The kick going to land now. He does not have the option to kick him back quite yet. And a few more seconds could have been death for TSM, but they're not going to lose anything.
We have to ban TSM from entering that jungle because this is
A little bit for TSM, but they can pull it back together. Not a massive deficit. Nothing really lost from those 2 picks, but Fnatic could lose something in exchange. Caps doing what he can with the Archangel Shield. May not be enough because Hanser comes over the wall. The TP.
The egg
just
teleport.
to save the egg. Broxah running for his life. Hanser going to get knocked back, but Bjergsen knocked to safety. Fnatic holding onto the tower, but losing so much.
Ends up being a 1-for-1, and Reckless was just pushing the top side. He's on his way down now to see if he can help defend the turret, or he's just taking red buff. I guess that's also fine, because Caps with the wave limit is going to be able to hold it. We're just constantly looking at TSM trying to actually group up, force a play onto either Caps or Jessis, get the kill, try and get that mid tower still alive, standing there.
This is one of the most difficult compositions to force things on. Thresh is very good counter-engage, Anivia is very good when being engaged upon, and Gragas ultimate always throws that extra wrench in the plan. TSM, though, they do get the kill with the flash there, and the egg cooldown, and the teleports.
The clear goal here in the early game, and now they want to get the fight started. That is the ultimate. Reckless coming to the backside, dishing out what damage he can onto Hanser, but Doublelift, the rest of TSM are just free to hit onto Soaz. Hanser's going to have to dismount. Jesus is running for his life, but that's the killing spree for Doublelift, and TSM just find the 2 picks.
Fnatic just not in a position to fight. No flash, no path.
Fnatic looks like it is going to complete. Soaz actually going to cancel it in the end. Bjergsen looking for the pick, is not going to find this guy to the weak. It's a flash forward from Biofrost. He's getting aggressive, and that means Jesus is set to fall. Another pick for TSM.
They make it look so easy here with the hard engage from the side. They caught another one.
Soaz, not where you wanted to be. Death brushed as a Fnatic member. Is TSM going to burst it down? Stun goes over the wall. Broxah leaps into the pit. Can he get it? No! Sven going to secure it in the end. Broxah given no escape, and Caps so low on the opposite side of the wall. That's the Baron for TSM.
And again, we're seeing the engage being used well. We're seeing very...
Now they're going after Bjergsen, but he pops his ghost. Broxah's behind him.
Flash out.
They got both summoners.
Kick forward, kick back into the team. The flay backwards as well, but the Anivia could be the one in trouble. Bjergsen buying so much time. The Sonic Wave gonna get interrupted by Biofrost. Ash on the backside. Bjergsen finally gonna drop a Fnatic. They started this fight on the back foot, and that may just be how it's going to end, because they're getting taken down. Biofrost not even gonna get the save, but Bjergsen finally drops, and it just doesn't mean a thing.
He stayed alive for so long. Right now, Reckless is sitting top lane, so TSM going for more.
Flash forward from FNC, and he's gonna leap right over the wall with the venomous bite, and he's just gonna finish it down. TSM Doublelift now godlike as they're gonna look to push this one in.
Yeah, they still have Baron buff. They could push this one all the way into another inhibitor here for TSM, and it's eerily similar to the last one. Now they're gonna have intense pressure. 5th Drake coming up will also be there, as if they even have to wait around. They're going to end the
Nexus,
game.
what do you want?
Nexus, I'll take it.
Pushing in, looking for a little bit more. Broxah doing what he can to hold on, but every analyst predicted Fnatic to be at the top, EU to be at the top of this tournament, but TSM, they have decided differently. They are cleaning up Fnatic. They are making this one look easy, and they are the hope for NA. In a few seconds, they end the game.
Nice cliffhanger, boys.
Oh, will they do it?
We tried. Well, there you go.
TSM undefeated here at Rift Rivals. They finish up at 3-0 now.
Yeah, and that was not an easy game for them to play, because early on there were a lot of kills happening. You know, Fnatic were finding success around the map, but then we saw this composition where they draft the Ashe after seeing Anivia. They're like, we need some sort of hard engage. We know Caps is going to sit mid lane.